What up, people? It's Fenrir Moon. Alrighty. Welcome to your United Comic Universe. I'm your host, Fenrir Moon. We are movies, we are television, we are the pages in your books. We are comics. Before we get into your comment segment, please take a moment and hit that little red subscriber button down below. Thank you for joining the United Comic Universe family. Welcome, family. Now, let's get into your comic excitement. Before I get into that, I want to say, before we get into that, join our live stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mama Nin, United Comic Universe, or UCU family member will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We already have 3 videos already in. You can go check that out on the channel. Trust me, it's gonna be amazingly fun. And so please go check out those videos. So now let's get into your comic excitement. All right. Okay, today we're gonna be talking about, of course, you know, in the title, I'm also gonna be talking about Moon Knight a little bit too, because I'm a huge fan of Moon Knight. But give me 1 second before I get into that. Give a little bit of time, get a little bit of people to get in here and see what's going on. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah. All right, I'm about to get ready. Yeah, I am live. Alrighty, so basically what I'm gonna do is actually take this and push it over here. Hopefully you'll become able to join. Cool. Alrighty, so let's get back into your comment excitement. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I'm reading this article about they saying that it was all BGR saying that Marvel has the rights to Incredible Hulk. Now, I'm gonna read it in a minute, but what kills me about it, they already knew that they already had this in progress, but they had Mark Ruffalo going out saying that they don't have the rights. They don't know when they're gonna get the solo movie, but clearly in this right here, if this article is right, because this article was released back in January the 6th, 2020 from BGR. And as far as I can tell, Mark Ruffalo is still saying that they don't have the rights to Hulk. You don't know when they're gonna actually do a solo movie or Incredible Hulk. But you know, like I said before in a lot of my videos, all that ain't nothing but smoke and mirrors, because it don't make no sense. Hey, what up, Jimmy? How's it going, man? Glad you can join the live stream. Right now, what I'm doing in the live stream is basically I'm gonna be talking about Moon Knight too, and I'm gonna be talking about the Hulk, like Incredible Hulk. Like they saying that they have the rights to make an Incredible Hulk solo film, but Mark Ruffalo, the one that actually played Incredible Hulk, the newest Incredible Hulk in the Avengers, the new Infinity Saga, he was saying for the last few months that he don't know if Marvel don't have the rights. He don't know when they'll be able to make a solo movie for Incredible Hulk. But now I just saw a report that was released back in this year, January the 6th, 2020 from BGR, and saying that Marvel does have the rights. So I'm gonna be reading that article in a minute. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get in the air. Yeah, Jimmy, don't forget to hit us up on the don't forget, if you can, hit us up on the live stream tomorrow. Mom and them will be still doing gameplay for Final Fantasy VII Remake we'll be pretty much doing that. Pretty much doing that and then have a nice. Okay, we got a second person in here. How it's going? All right. So let's get into this comment segment. I see I just got a new view up in here, so I'm gonna go and let it know what's going on. Thank you for joining the live chat tomorrow. Hit us up on our YouTube channel again at 9 a.m. Mama Nish is also a UCU family member. She will be actually playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We already have 3 videos we already did, so please check that out on the current channel. Okay, your sister-in-law is watching too. Oh, okay. What's up, sister-in-law? What's up? How's it going? So I'm about to go ahead and get into this article. All righty. Okay, so all righty. Okay, Marvel is currently building its next epic MCU Avengers that could eventually reach epic in-game like. Okay. To get there, however, Marvel have to introduce new superheroes and villains and create a new Avengers team. Since the original Avengers have disbanded, 2 of the original 6 are dead. One is old and retired, which is Captain America. Hello, sister-in-law. How's it going? Okay, get back to it. Retiring, which is old Cap, and two other may exit soon. But we have an excitement rumor for you that is very promising about the only original Avenger whose fate is still undecided. Now, they're talking about, of course, Incredible Hulk. Okay. What's up, Jonah Show Brown? How's it going? Following the event of Endgame, the Avengers need to replace Iron Man, Black Widow, and Captain America, which they already replaced Captain America with Sam. Right now it's going to be pretty much probably Patriot. Probably end up taking up the mantle from the leaks from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then apparently eventually you're going to go back to Sam as Captain America. That's how we already got the replacement of Captain America. But keep in mind, this article was done back in January the 6th, 2020. Okay, so the first 2. Okay, I already said that. Let me get back to it. So boom, boom, boom. Following the events of Captain retired, boom, boom, replaced. Where am I? I lost my space. How did that happen? Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. Okay, there we go. But though as far as the word is concerned, they all have died in the battle against Thanos. So apparently everybody think all the Avengers are dead. So the government pretty much, like General Ross and everything, keeping that up on a hush. So they don't want nobody to know that Captain America is still alive. They want everybody. So apparently people don't even know Iron Man, which don't make any sense because, like I said, it was 6/20/20 because Spider-Man Far From Home, they was actually showing tribute to Iron Man. So I'm gonna keep on reading. So, like I say, it's an old article. Few months. Yeah, we are coming, baby. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. That Hawkeye and Thor will be next ones. The Hawkeye and Thor will be the next ones to exit, with the help of the upcoming TV show Hawkeye television show and Thor 4 movie. Okay, so they are okay. So they did put back the Hawkeye back on the show. So we're still going to begin a Hawkeye TV show. Y'all remember back in the day? I know I'm supposed to be reading this article, but I'm gonna stop and say things that come to mind. Back in the day, when they're supposed to make a Hawkeye movie, Black Widow movie supposed to be back in the day. along with Hawkeye, because the way they first started when Josh Whedon was actually pretty much, how when you think of MCU, you think of Kevin Feige. Back in the day when Avengers and everything started out with Josh Whedon, that's when you thought of Marvel or MCU, and pretty much say you would think of him, Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon, the first director of Avengers. Okay, and he was a director, and he won. He had some dealing with the Agent of Shield, the TV show, and everything. Okay, so when he first came out with that movie, and the movie was successful. Basically, what they was doing, they was actually making solo movies, like origin movie of each of the Avengers. But they end up stopping that because Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson, supposedly have his own solo movie back in the day. That's one of the movies he signed up for, but somehow they never went through with it. So everybody was getting their own solo movie. That was been awesome for we can actually see the origin of these different characters, these superheroes. Now we're going to get pretty much like a semi-origin of Black Widow. Reason why I say a semi-origin, because it's not really an origin film, because it's really not actually going back to an origin. It's actually going back to an origin, but not actually to an origin. You see what I'm saying? Basically, for example, you know how they deal with Captain America? You know how we got his origin, how he became Captain America and all that? That's the type of origin story I was talking about with Black Widow and Hawkeye and Nick Fury. But they're not going to do that. So so basically what they did, they kill off the Dawn. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but I'm going to let you know Black Widow is the Dawn. She is the biggest. She to me, she's like one of the biggest hero of hold the Avengers. She the one hold the Avengers together. Because think about it, when Black Widow when Thanos did the snap, everybody was in a disarray. I mean, Captain America didn't take up the mantle. He kind of pretty much left the mantle. No one took up the mantle for leadership. Only person took up the mantle for leadership was Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. She the one took up the mantle. Look at it in Endgame. You see how she sat right there and actually made sure things were still going on. Actually, the different Avengers keep reporting to her what's going on, and she asking them what's different. Like with Okoye, when she gave that Easter egg about Namor with the earthquake under the sea, under the ocean. You see how she was saying, do we need to investigate that? Do we need to do this? That was supposed to be in Captain job. Okay, that's why his name is Captain America. I don't know. That's the reason why I gave him that. But Captain America, that's supposed to be his job. That's what a lot of people. He's the one supposed to step up at the time, but he didn't step up. Black Widow stepped up, and then she even more stepped up that when she actually sacrificed herself for everybody can get the soul gem. She wouldn't even let Hawkeye do it. You know what I'm saying? That is really dope of her to be able to do that. Now, if you want to actually bring the A-Team, but they already kill off Black Widow because she'd have been the perfect head for the A-Force, simply because through the whole Infinity Saga, she was there. She done been through experience, especially in this MCU, she done been through experience that they shown us that any of the A-Force haven't been through. Sure, she didn't been through this. She been through the Black Panther. You know, that was just what Killmonger. Killmonger is another human just like this. Only big thing they dealt with was Thanos. But look what Natasha been dealing with before she got the Black Panther, before Shuri started dealing with Thanos. So she is a dog. What's up, Second Street Marvel? How's it going, man? How's it going? I'm talking right now. I'm talking about the rights to Incredible Hulk. I'm reading an article, but within between the article, I'm saying my statements, saying different things about relating to this. And also, please join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll be still continue live streaming the remake of Final Fantasy VII. So please join their Second Street Marvel. For the guys, please like up the video and please go to each one of these guys' channels and please subscribe, like up. Go to Jonas Show channel, like him up. Jimmy, like him up, and please go to Second Street Marvel. He's a great guy. Please like him up also, and join his channel. Great videos he put up every single day. And so that's why I think Black Widow, she should be the Dawn of the new A-Force, but of course she already been taken out unless they choose something to figure out to bring her from another reality, like they did Gamora. How they bring her from a different reality, like from the past was a different reality. Now she's in this present. they could do that possibly with Black Widow, because a lot of people want Black Widow to come back. Okay, so following the events of Endgame, getting back to the article, following the events of Endgame, the Avengers needs to replace Iron Man, which I already read that, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue that. Replace Iron Man, which they haven't yet. Black Widow, which they haven't yet. Old Captain America, they already replaced. The first two are already dead, and the Cap has retired. Though, as far as the world is concerned, they are all dead from the battle against Thanos. Hawkeye and Thor will be the one to exit. With the help of the upcoming Hawkeye TV series, can't wait to see. I hope they show a little bit of that Ronin. And Thor 4 movie, I can't wait to see that. A lot of things gonna be happening going on with that. At least that what we expect for these characters, as they are supported to get replaced, supposed to get replaced, okay? But this leaves us Hulk, Incredible Hulk, who haven't started in his own solo movie or his own original film. The movie with Edward Norton, I don't know how to pronounce Norton, played by Bruce Banner. Okay, Edward Norton played Bruce Banner in the original Incredible Hulk, not the one with Ang Lee, but the one after that. That's the one they consider in the MCU. Okay, that's the one Kevin Feige decided to bring. He didn't bring the one with Ang Lee. He didn't even bring Wesley Snipes' Blade into the MCU. Into his mind, he wanted to replace all that because he didn't think they was great movies, which I don't agree with that. I actually think they was actually great movies, especially Blade and Ang Lee, Incredible Hulk. I love the way he did it. So originally, Mark Ruffalo, he's supposedly been the Incredible Hulk the whole time before Edward Norton, but it didn't actually fall through. They wasn't able to actually get everything set up proper. So that's when it went to Edward. So when Edward decided not to be the Incredible Hulk, because apparently he supposedly actually been, this is what I've been hearing, this is what the videos I've been watching, research I've been gathering. He's supposedly been in the MCU. Edward, he's supposed to be in the MCU, but he dropped out. Don't know why he dropped out, but he dropped out, and so they went with their second choice, which was Mark Ruffalo. Okay, so that's how that came about. And as a great Endgame may have been, the film didn't deliver the sort of closure we would have wanted for Bruce arc. Okay, yeah, because a lot of people wasn't feeling that Professor Hulk. You know what I'm saying? People that wasn't. I think they was too. I think me personally, I think they was actually too early for that. I think it was actually too early to do that to Professor X, because a lot of people wasn't ready to actually see that Professor Hulk yet. A lot of people still ready to see that vicious green guy. They was ready for that. They was still ready for that. They wasn't ready for Professor Hulk. That's why a lot of people didn't like it, because think about it. People want to see Incredible Hulk, believe it or not. I know everybody believe me, but people still want to see a rematch between Thanos and Hulk. They still want to see a rematch with that, because a lot of people didn't like that. They didn't understand it. They didn't feel that. I mean, which is understandable. But you got to realize, Thanos it wasn't surprising to me, because even though Hulk was in the gladiator, he was a gladiator in Contest of Champions, believe it or not, that even was Contest of Champion, or that was a reference to, let me say it this way, that was a reference to Contest of Champion, the Marvel game, because Grandmaster, he's supposed to have his brother, which is the Collector, which was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They supposed to actually get together and make this Contest of Champions that they bring. I think Collector, he the one brought Earth mightiest heroes to the contest, and Grandmaster brought whoever he wanted to bring to it, and he let the biggest people, big people fight each other. That's why Hulk was fighting Thor. Now, also it can be referenced to Hulk Planet, simply because it was the same similar thing to Hulk Planet. He was on there. He was Gladiator. Now, even though Hawk was on there fighting, he was the champion on that Shakar. I think that's how he said Shakar Grandmaster Planet, which I believe that they have celestial technology. I think I already did a video on that. Please check that out. It's celestial technology. Okay. And I think that was the Easter egg showing that Celestial will be the Eternal movie will be coming to the MCU very soon. Okay, and also so I'm thinking that's what was going on. Hold on 1 second. One second, please. Something happened. I got to check something out right quick. Okay, so that's why I believe what was going on. That those are the reference to that. So we got a little bit of that right there, and they both of them are brothers. So that's why I'm saying they're going to be reference to the Contest of Champions or what I just said. You know, Contest of Champions or Hawk Planet. So let's get back into this. Marvel haven't made any standalone Hawk film, although Thor Ragnarok is pretty close because it didn't own the full rights to the character. Yeah, because they don't own the full rights to the character. So reason why, because I did research on this, y'all probably already know this. The reason why they not doing full solo movies of Incredible Hulk simply because they don't have the full rights, but they license Incredible Hulk Bruce Banner character to Marvel. So so by them doing the deal they have that he only could be in movies if he co-starring. That's why they didn't have a solo movie, and people probably wonder why, if they don't have the rights to it, why they was able to actually be in the movies, the Endgame movies and all that. That's the reason why, because the deal they have is basically licensing him out. They basically pretty much giving him that, okay, he can't have his own starring movie, but you can license him out and he can co-star, which is really ridiculous to me. I'm like, if you want to license him out for like a co-starring role, why not license him out for a whole movie? I mean, just put a little the money that you pay for him. I mean, I don't know what all could be a consist of what's going on with that business, but a little bit I know, it just don't make any sense. Why won't you just license the whole character out to the MCU before we can get an Incredible Hulk movie in the MCU instead of not doing that? People are so greedy, man. People are so greedy. It's about the fans. It's about the fans. So get what the fans want, you know? So Hulk was eligible for a crossover film, but not a standalone movie, and that's why Mark Ruffalo never got his Hulk flick. Okay, I pretty much answered about all that. I guess I should have finished reading before I spoke, right? That ain't not gonna happen, because when I read something, I'm getting excited about it. I'm gonna jump on it. I'm like, hey, this. Then go back and say, well, you know, I could you kept my mouth shut a little bit longer. Then I would have found out what I'm looking for. But I'm still gonna say it right because this is a video. And we just having fun. Okay, a few weeks ago, we learned that the actor was supposed to meet with MCU President Kevin Feige to talk about the future of Hulk in the MCU. Now, at that moment, it's a possibility. The reason why he went and talked to him, not because about a co-starring role. I'm thinking they went and talked to him because they got the rights to Hulk. So they probably discussing him about Incredible Hulk movie, which I really hope if they do a solo film, which would be awesome. But he also said, which is somewhere in his article, which he also said that he actually would be doing showing up in the She-Hulk, which I did a video on that. You go check it out. Doing a She-Hulk video, doing a She-Hulk TV show, he's going to show up in there. Now, if they come out with an Incredible Hulk movie, they might come out with, this would be a good strategy right here. I'm not sure, but what do you think about this? Would be a good strategy for MCU to do. Check this out. Okay, you got, so far as I can tell, Marvel have the rights to Wolverine and everything. That's great. And as far as I know, they have the rights to use Incredible Hulk for like co-parts, like crossovers and things like that. So why won't you just make the Incredible versus Wolverine movie, right? And then you make a Hulk movie, or if you don't want to make a Hulk movie, like he's supposed to appear in to She-Hulk TV series on Plus, on Disney Plus, of course we're going to get backstory of Hulk. So we can probably use, they could probably use that TV show, kind of give us a little backstory, or Incredible Hulk, because everybody pretty much know what Incredible Hulk, how he became Incredible Hulk. So they really don't have to do an origin movie unless they want to do an origin movie just to do it, you know. So they don't have to do it. Only thing they have to do is just show a little bit of that origin story into She-Hulk, and boom, here we come with our Incredible Hulk movie. We don't need to wait for Incredible Hulk and versus Wolverine, because we MCU already have the rights to Wolverine, for as my understanding, for the research I've looked up, and for as they could do is use Incredible Hulk, but not a solo film, but as a co-star crossover. So therefore that right there could be our next MCU film, Hulk versus Wolverine, because honestly, they actually could put that movie in this phase and people would love it, because that's one of the most popular comic book series, Hulk versus Wolverine. You go right now on Netflix and check out the anime, Hulk versus Wolverine. I mean, it's really dope. I mean, I'm checking out the comics now. It's really dope. If they do that, I hope they actually does it like in the comic, something similar to the comic, because that was really tight in the comic, how they introduced Wolverine, and then how Bruce Banner came introduced and everything. It's pretty tight. And then one time in the comic book that Wolverine saved Bruce Banner's life, began killed by a mountain lion, and Bruce trying to control himself, and Wolverine was saying, hey Bruce, how you control yourself? And he put his hand on Bruce, and he looked at Bruce, and Bruce was like almost about to turn into an Incredible Hulk, and he like uppercut Wolverine. Wolverine went flying, and then he got himself back under control. That is dope. You know what I'm saying? But how would they actually do that anyway? Simply because they got Professor Hulk. I don't know how they're going to do that. I really don't know how they're going to do Incredible Hulk, because everybody wasn't feeling the Professor Hulk. Everybody want the green, mean Hulk. They want the big green guy. They don't want the big smart guy. They want the big green guy, you know? And okay, a few weeks ago, support the Kevin Feige. This brings us to the MCU comics rumor that says a reliable source revealed that Marvel had gained full control of Hulk and Namor. I'm gonna get to that, which would lead Feige in court to create whatever movies they want for the two characters without worrying about distribution issues. Therefore, this is a done deal. It's a done deal. If this source is a reliable source, is actually telling the truth and it's reliable, therefore, we will be getting our Incredible Hulk soon, the Incredible Hulk movie soon, origin MCU style. Now, which one we're going to start off with, I don't know. If they're going to give us the Wolverine versus Hulk, or they just going to give us an origin story of Incredible Hulk. Don't know. But one of the most exciting things, I mean, I like Incredible Hulk, but one of the most exciting things to me when I just read is Namor. So therefore, we got Namor, so we will be getting Namor in the MCU very soon. So the rumors about Black Namor probably being in Black Panther 2 might don't be actually rumors, might don't be actually theories. They actually might be fact. According to this, that's excited. I'm excited about the whole situation. I can't wait to see if this is true. If this is true, this is awesome. It's very awesome if this is true. Okay. So the Easter egg in Avengers Endgame was referring to Namor. Because think about it. They already, I mean, why would they say that right then? They know they didn't have the rights to Namor. So therefore, they already put that Easter egg in there, because before Endgame probably even ended, they probably already in the progress, already in the works to actually get rights for Hulk and Namor, because all the fans want this, and they know they want those two characters because they're going to be a big part in the MCU. Because Namor, Doctor Doom, and Black Panther have a TV series. I mean, not TV series. I wish they did, but have a comic book series that all three of those guys are in there. Now, they might don't have Dr. Doom in there right now. They might be saving Dr. Doom for the Fantastic Four movie. But check this out. I think it's something up with that. I think they was already doing that, because I don't know if I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but remember back in the day when Endgame was being filmed and everything, it was posted all over the internet. They showed a picture of Doctor Doom in full. I'm serious, people, in full Doctor Doom costume, like the comic book, on the Avengers Endgame set. Now they probably take the picture down because that was years ago. You know, I mean, like, you know, over a year. You know, when Endgame, before Endgame even came out. So yeah, it was clear over a year ago. So that's a possibility that they already had that in progress, already had that in work. So they probably already have who they already are playing Doctor Doom either way. Because other than that, I don't see why Doctor Doom would be on the set of Avengers Endgame unless they was planning on doing that, but decided to renege on that. They keeping that hush hush. But probably a few years down the line, they probably actually bring out some more like documentaries or something like inside Marvel or inside the MCU or the deleted scenes or something, and then they probably give that to us for we can like, oh, check this out. He was back in those days. But I'm just gonna let you know now. He was on the set, as far as I can tell, with the picture and forward with the articles and everything was. I mean, people made videos about it too. He was on the set of Avengers Endgame. So therefore, they let you know that MCU was heading towards Fantastic Four. The report says Namor isn't likely to get his own film because of the success of Aquaman over in DCEU, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. This is the prime opportunity to put Namor in his own solo film if they have the rights to it. Because how is MCU going to let DC beat them with Aquaman? You got two characters. Everybody want Namor. Everybody was so excited about Aquaman, which was an awesome movie. Jason Momoa did a great job as Aquaman. Can't wait for the second one. Me personally, I would want MCU to do a Namor because I want to see the movies. I want to compare the movies. I want to see who is the best, truly is the best of making these films. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. DC always try to actually catch up with Marvel with their DC movies. Okay, they started being on point with Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam. I ain't saying that right, but you know what I'm saying. They was on point. Now they actually catching up. You know what I'm saying? They bring out Aquaman. Everybody want Namor. Everybody with the MCU want to see a Namor. So how about they do this rival? Because you know Marvel and DC have this rivals. How about Kevin Feige? How about you get the Namor movie and actually make it a Namor movie in MCU flavor, for you can actually show people that DC can't mess with the MCU films, because right now DC is stepping up with their films. They're not terrible. They actually is great. And back in the day, like with Justice League and all that, that was okay movie and all that. But these three movies I named, they coming up. They blowing up. I mean, I know the Sony films is doing good, but I'm not getting that good feel. I'm not really getting that good feel with the Sony film with their universe. I mean, I want to go see. I'm gonna go see Morbius, but I'm not even feeling the Morbius like that. Reason why I'm not feeling the Morbius like that, because they supposed to came out with that movie back in the day when Blade in 1990s, 1998 or something like that, or early 2000s. They supposed to came out with Morbius movie. Now we getting that now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it could have changed my mind too, but I'm a huge fan of Black Panther. So even though Black Panther's supposed to be coming out around back in the early 2000s and late 90s, and Wesley Snipes supposed to be playing T'Challa, I'm a huge fan of Black Panther. So when I heard that it was coming out, I was excited. You know, I was excited. Now I know MCU can bring Namor in there and it'd be off the chain, but that's really I'm not really excited about Morbius, because when I actually watched the trailer. When I first watched the trailer, I was like, oh, cool. This is going to be pretty awesome. But then when I finished watching the trailer and then I watched it back later, I started kind of losing the hype from it. You know what I'm saying? Just like reason why I'm still excited about the Spider-Man is simply because, you know, I know Kevin Feige, the MCU, you know, got something to do with that. That's why I go back and watch the other Spider-Mans. But my favorite Spider-Mans and Andrew Garfield. Garfield, I think that's how you name it. And Andy Garfield, I think. But that's my favorite Spider-Man out of the bunch, you know. And I love the way Sam Raimi did his Spider-Man. But I'm not too keen of Tom Holland, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he do his job. I mean, if you call it that, he can do his job. I mean, he plays Spider-Man, but I really, have Andrew Garfield because me personally, he the one gave the representation of Peter Parker better than any other people. Then I would say Tom McGuire. I think that's his name, Tom McGuire. Then the other guy, Toby McGuire. Then the other guy, I guess his name. But yeah. I mean, personally, man, I just don't like the way he did Stan Lee when Stan Lee alive. I know people say you got to stop holding on grudges, but it's not a grudge. It's just a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? He did as far as I can tell, the research I did, let somebody can tell me the research that he actually did this, and please send me a link. Then I change my mind. He didn't apologize for the thing how he treated Stan Lee, the man. If it weren't for Stan Lee, he won't be Spider-Man. So why would you treat him like that and don't even apologize? So that's the reason why I don't like. That's the same reason why I don't like Mark Scorsese. That's why I'm supporting on his movie, because he's disrespectful. I don't like disrespectful things. So let's go ahead and keep on going with this, okay? So Namor would likely be used as a villain and potential Avengers in the future films. The report said rather than get a standalone movie, we did hear that Namor could be one of the next villain of the MCU, which Black Panther 2 being one of the rumors MCU films where Namor could appear as the antagonist. The bad guy, pretty much what I mean, the bad guy, especially after a certain Endgame teaser. Okay? But Namor is a character we don't know when he'll be coming to the MCU very soon, because if this is right, he pretty much is in MCU. They just waiting to actually tell us the reports later. Because we'll give us a couple months or to a year, we'll be seeing all the rumors, then be like, oh, Namor came out. Marvel have the rights to Namor. And all this right here, they'll come out like with a big news. So we don't really care about him just yet. No, you don't care about Namor just yet. I care about Namor. I want Namor in the MCU. Me personally, if I had a choice to watch Namor or Incredible Hulk, because right now it's the Professor Hulk, I'm going to watch Namor. Hands down. I'm going to watch Namor. So we really don't care about him yet. Yeah. Hulk, on the other hand, Incredible Hulk, on the other hand, is something else. He is a beloved character who definitely a star in the new movie of his own. Give that his arc still feel incomplete after Endgame. If a Hulk movie is in the works, it will be included in Phase 5 at the earliest, since all the titles in the Phase 4 have been laid out. On the other hand, whatever happens with Hulk going forward, She-Hulk, a Disney Plus series that is in development for Phase 4, will likely introduce Bruce Banner replacement for future Avengers films. Okay, check this out. And also, I'm going to say this again. Join our live stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mom and them UCU family member will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We already have 3 videos in already. So please go check those out. Go check out that awesome gameplay, okay? So that was pretty much all the article, but let me get into that. That's pretty much all the article. Now check this out. Now that's pretty much, we might be getting an Incredible Hulk movie, but most important to me, we might be getting a Namor movie, or Namor might be appearing in Black Panther 2. At first he was a villain, but then he became the villain. But you got to think about it. Coming out with you got to think about what's lining up here. We got the they got the rights to hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Something happened really quick. So we got the rights. So that's pretty much what's up with the Incredible Hulk. Pretty much they got the rights supposedly, but we do know that they still have Mark Ruffalo saying that, denying that they have the rights to it, which is understandable, simply because they don't want Mark Ruffalo to actually give out the information. But you don't have to lie about it. I mean, he got to know. It's not that he don't know. He got to know that, for my understanding. He is the character. You have to talk to him about playing these parts. You don't have to. You don't have to shoot. You don't have to shoot bull. Just tell us. I'm not allowed to say. It could happen or it could not happen. Give us that option at least, before we can actually make videos and come up with different theories. Just don't tell us no, and then we don't think it happened, and then all of a sudden we get articles like this. Come on. Y'all are high-paying people. Y'all high-paying directors. Y'all high-paying screenwriters. Y'all get paid a lot of money to be creative, and y'all can't be no more creative than that to just straight point out, just shoot bull game at us. You know, that's what's upsetting. You know, this rub, we grown folks here, you know what I'm saying? We like to be told the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about a little bit about this. I'm gonna get back to that. So right now, I pretty much covered the area that I want to cover. So right now, I'll be going back and forth to different things. So if y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to discuss, please leave it in the comment box. One thing I want to say is this: Moon Knight. It's going to be pretty awesome. Now, Moon Knight, I just read this comic book back in Moon Knight comic book. I'm gonna put it up if I can tell you guys. It's basically Moon Knight, the act of evil. Okay. Now, that is a really good comic book. I suggest. This is up to you. I suggest to go read it. Reason why? Because you can actually almost think, because they gotta have Kang the Conqueror, and then as far as I can tell, rumors are being saying that Kang the Conqueror will be coming in the MCU, and they already got a Moon Knight TV series happening, right? So, okay, so in this series is really awesome. I'll be doing a video on this, but give me in a later time. I'll be doing a video on this because I'm going to be actually doing a nice long video, not too long, but a nice video for you guys with Thanos. So check that out. I'm gonna have that uploaded for you guys very soon, but not today or the next day, but very soon. But in this Moon Knight comic book series here is really dope because you get to go to the different time streams, like the different realities. Okay, now, which is really tight. So we go in this time zone. We talk about Mark Spector, which is Moon Knight, right? That is pretty dope. Now, we go back to Egypt. You get to see a few different Moon Knight characters that I never knew pretty much existed, but they actually does exist. Now, some of the Moon Knight characters is pretty. We get one in Egypt. We get one in the Wild Wild West. We also get, these are some of the first appearance of different Moon Knight characters. Okay, so but hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, you get to talk about Kang the Conqueror, okay, which he pretty much trying to rewrite history as usual in his own image. But when the chance to settle an ancient grudge against the Egyptian god Khonshu tempts Kang the process. This is like the like a summary of the comic. I'm gonna reread that. Kang the Conqueror has found a way to rewrite history in his own image. But when the chance to settle an ancient grudge against the Egyptian god Khonshu tempt Kang, the process is interrupted and the time and reality quickly go haywire. Now, Khonshu avatar Moon Knight must find a way to fix the time stream before Kang is able to complete his goal. But which time acting, there are no telling where Moon Knight will end up or when. Okay, so he ends up, because when the first comic book first started, we back in the Egyptian 2500 BC. You see the Moon Knight. You see the Moon Knight and the priest. Now that the priest that is actually worshiping the statue of Khonshu, how you say his name, Khonshu, she is the Moon Knight in that time period. She looked like an Egyptian, but you know, Egyptian with the mask and the hoodie and all that stuff. She looked just like that. And they have like a sect that actually worship Khonshu. Okay. And then you see they in the middle of worshiping, and they have like 3 items that first appears. It's like 3 Egyptian items, and each of those items have something to deal with time. Those are the items that MCU can bring back and continue with the time traveler type thing, especially dealing with Kang the Conqueror, because that's what Kang the Conqueror went back in time to grab those 3 items. One of them is a scarab, like a bug. One of them is like an arc, I think an arc or something like that. And the other one is a scepter. Okay, the scallop was true through the time of fabric. It's the fabric of time. It true through the fabric of time. That's what the scallop do. Now the anchor. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but basically it's the thing like go like this. I'm not sure how to saying it correctly, but which gained the knowledge to control time. Okay. Now the scepter, which focuses on time. Those are the 3 items that Kang the Conqueror is actually going after before he can be able to control time better. Okay, so he's going through these different times. He's going through these different times to actually get those items before he can have better control over time. But he come into Khonshu. Actually, Khonshu is pretty much more powerful than Kang the Conqueror in the time. I didn't know that Khonshu has something to do with time at that time. It's kind of funny, but so that's what Moon Knight come in. So Moon Knight probably most likely we probably don't see probably like an Easter egg or pretty much something like a post credit in one of these movies about Moon Knight. It's a possibility that it could possibly be Doctor Strange, a multitude of madness, multiverse of madness. We possibly get a post credit of Moon Knight because according to this comic book, they have something to do with time. Like I say, he went back in time when he actually tried to stop Kang the Conqueror, because Kang the Conqueror went back in time and like Kang the Conqueror had some of his people back in those times, like his soldiers, run in the temple to kill the Moon Knight servants. And the Moon Knight at the time, she went to fight. Yeah, she went and fight, or was it he? Was it went and fight Kang the Conqueror men, while she gave the scepters and the time items to the other servants of Khonshu to go get the items away. When they was actually running, you see a blast and Kang came out, or a portal, whatever you came out, and he shot him with his little ray gun and he killed him. But Khonshu appears and Mark Spector. I guess that supposed to be the best Moon Knight he have. And so we have Mark Spector to go through the time, chase down Kang the Conqueror, and stop him before he reaching his goal, which is all 3 of those items that control time. And so, but he went to Egypt. Then he went to the Wild Wild West. I'm trying to get all the ones that he went to. He went to the Wild Wild West. Was a Moon Knight there, but Kang ended up killing that Moon Knight. And then you got the Gladiator Moon Knight. Then you got the Patriot Moon Knight, which was in World War II. Then you got the Moon Knight Gangster, and then you got the Ventura, Ventura Moon Knight. Back in the days, like I forgot Victorious Moon Knight. It's like a time period, what type of clothes they wear back in those days. I can't say that name right for some reason. I don't know why. But you got the Pirate Moon Knight, then you got the Full Moon Knight, then you got the Viking Moon Knight. But it been referenced that he was a Avenger, which is in the comic book that he was referenced in there as he was a part of the Moon Knight. And this Kang the Conqueror is actually Nathaniel Richards, okay? Which we already know the history of Kang the Conqueror. He basically is related to Reed Richards, okay? And and then you had like a Moon Knight Gunslinger, only appearance, he died. That's born in the Wild Wild West. Okay, then you have like the Knights of Khonshu. That's the one when it was in the Egyptian, when the Moon Knight gave the items to them guys and they was running. They was the knight of him, like pretty much they served him, but they was killed. So he go through the different time fighting, but then they actually go to back at it pretty much when Moon Knight first existed, when very first Moon Knight was back in the day. It had to be an Egyptian when she was looking, but she was kind of like tribal. She had like a Moon Knight face, like a mask, not like a mask like Moon Knight had put over. It's like a wooden mask with a string around it. She had like dreadlocks, and she had like a 3 claws, like bone claws weapons wrapped around on each hands, but they wrapped around with some kind of cloth so they could stay on the hand. And that's what she was fighting. She was protecting those items too, because when you see there, you see a whole bunch of Kang the Conqueror, dead bodies of Kang the Conqueror. But in this time, Kang the Conqueror was able to actually defeat her. So by he was able to defeat her, he was able to actually get the 3 items. But Khonshu stepped in and actually messed his whole world up, and pretty much all 3 of those items is back to the original Moon Knight, and she's in some kind of stasis, but not kind of like a stasis. She basically is a guardian in some kind of magical zone guarding the 3 items. So it would be cool if Marvel kind of go with that. That's Moon Knight annual 1. I did have an annual 2, but I haven't read that because I don't have the comic book. But they have an annual. That was annual 1. Go check that comic book out. It's really good read because you can see how they can actually relate Moon Knight into the time reality, what's going on now in the MCU, and you can see how Kang the Conqueror could be related to that too. Because Moon Knight is actually related to a lot of the comic book characters that they actually have. But Moon Knight does have a brother. I can't remember too much information on the brother, but he does have a brother, and he does have 3 different personalities. He have a cab driver, has Smoke Spectre, and he's like a movie producer. Okay, he's going through these different things. A lot of tragic things happen to him. I'll be doing more deep intel on Moon Knight, Mark Spector on a later video. Don't really want to get too much into it right now. Now, I'm also want to talk about Fantastic Four. Now, Fantastic Four is really great. Now, check this out, because I was sitting right here discussing this with Jonas Show Brown. We was talking about it, which he has some of the greatest ideas. He actually predicted some of the MCU predictions with Marvel before they even came out, because he actually predicted, because we also actually have the video of Eternals. He actually predicted that they will be bringing in Kang the Conqueror before they even actually bring in Kang the Conqueror. It's a lot of things that he predicted, but and then some of the things, I actually voiced on some of the predictions that I actually got. Came up with, I actually made videos about, and the prediction actually came true. Some of the things with I actually said some of the things that Jonas Show Brown said, the prediction that I said in the video that actually came true, like the one we said that Kang the Conqueror will be coming in the MCU, probably Eternal. Most likely this is what's going to happen. Okay. When I was talking about, me and him was talking about prediction of Captain America, about him on a different timeline. I said that in the chat, and Jonas Shoulder said that multiple times, that Captain America on a different timeline simply because the shield wasn't broken. Where did he get the shield, and why he didn't show up on the same timeline? I mean, when like in the end game, when they went back in time, when they came back, they was on that platform. Why he wasn't showing up on that platform when he came back? He was standing on that bench. So therefore, he's on a different timeline. Now they coming out with articles talking about Captain. I did an article. I did a video with it. They talking about, Captain Stone, Cap did a new timeline. We already predicted that. I mean, Second Street, Marvin know what I'm talking about. He predicted a few prediction in MCU. But what happened was he predicted, go check him out. He said on one of his live chats, he predicted He predicted something in the MCU. Nobody gave him a little feedback. Nobody cared too much. But this big YouTuber went and did the exact same thing he did. He got all the glory. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I'm going a little quick rant right here. I just want to go on a little quick rant right here. I don't understand why people does that. I don't understand why people take other people's information and make it into like they came up with it. They do a lot of with these big channels. They do that for the little small channels. They do a little small channels terrible. A lot of these big predictions, these big huge channels getting, if they don't have sources like that, they get it from the little channels, but the little channels get so overshined by the big channels that they just take it and they use it, and the little channels suffer because that don't make no sense. If you're gonna take that, if you want to take their little channel information or their prediction and it come true, why won't give them a shout out? Why won't tell people to go and check out their channel because this is where you got it? It's not gonna hurt your subscription. It's not gonna hurt your channel. I mean, we do it. I mean, when I come up with something and then it coming from somebody else, if I remember the name, I tell who it is. Other people tell who it is. You got a small channel giving shout out to these big channels, and the big channel taking all the glory. Then they don't give a shout out back to you because you think, and unless they feel like you something, then they be like, oh yeah, we'll give them a shout out then. That's crazy. That is crazy. Reason why this kind of like irks me a little bit because I've been hit by high YouTubers over some bull crap. You know, over some bull crap I got hit. My channel got hit. My channel got strikes over some bull crap. I mean, it just kills me. I was just like ranting a little bit because when I first started out, right, there was this guy. He was putting, like CC. You put it up on a give the rights to everybody that can use your video on the CC up under the information you put on your video. I think it's common creative. So if that's under there, you should be able to use that video because they're giving people rights to use the video. So I was taking these videos, I was just editing and putting like special effects in the video and stuff like that. And I would put his name, kept his voice, then edit none of the stuff he did. Only thing I did just put little special effects in there. And I gave him mad shout out the whole time, didn't take his name or none of that, right? Next thing I know, I got a strike on my channel because he reported me. But he's the one that put it for everybody to use. But instead of I'm getting hit, instead of he getting hit, I get hit because he's a bigger channel. That's why I say all the small YouTube channel, don't even worry about these big YouTube channel giving you shout out. I know it can put you on the game, but think about it. Long as the small YouTubers stick together, we all can come up and pass the big YouTube channels because it's just crazy. It don't make no sense. The small channels get hit. Only a big channel got to do is say one bull crap, not even true, and a small channel get hit. That got to stop. So I recommend don't even focus on those big channels. I mean, as far as like using the material, asking them things like that, I mean, you can ask them things, find out what they do, what help their channel. Because a lot of guys out there with big channels are actually cool guys. Like the community I'm with, they a lot of them is actually really cool guys. I'm not talking about the big channels in that group because they actually, I mean, look, if they was wrong, I'd be saying they was wrong, they wrong, and I won't be a part of that group. But for the ones, the people I deal with is actually pretty cool. Like Second Street Marvel is a pretty cool guy. He always support, and a lot of the guys that are involved in our group is actually pretty good guys, But let me get back to that and start ranting about that. It just kind of like hurts me when people does that to people that don't need to do that. But time waking up. So what else I'm talking about? Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. Now Fantastic Four, they posted most likely they are going to cast that couple. They're going to cast that wife and husband. They're going to cast them, no problem, no point about it, no doubt about it. They're going to cast them because it's not going to make no sense. Why you going to cast the husband, but then the wife ain't going to come? That's not going to make any sense. And think about it, it's going to be a great chemistry between each other on the set because they already married. So if they actually fighting against each other, like fuss fighting, they actually can make that look legitimate because most likely they already had that in their lifetime. You know, they kissing each other. That kissing gonna look real because they kiss each other every day. You know what I'm saying? They know how to be a couple. So that's what would be great. Now they're saying that the guy that starting for the MCU were actually going to be they consider him being the director of the film. Okay. I don't think MCU should do that. I don't think Kevin Feige and them should do that with this guy. The reason why I'm not doubting the guy ability to direct a great film, but see, you gotta understand, Fantastic Four have a stigma with it, a huge stigma with it. All the other Fantastic Four that they try to come out with flop. No one likes it. I liked them, but let's keep real. It wasn't a great film like a lot of these MCU films. It have a stigma. When MCU do the Fantastic Four film, people already gonna have that stigma. Is it going to be good? Then that said, people also going to have the feeling that this is MCU making it. So MCU, this is our last chance to actually save the Fantastic Four franchise. That is what's going on with MCU. Kevin Feige, if this ever get to you, listen to what I'm saying here. It's very crucial and very important you get the right guy or guys. I'm talking about the Russo brothers. That's why I say guys or guy to direct this Fantastic Four movie. If you can't get one of your A-list of directors that everyone comfortable, they know what they're doing, you should be the one directing the Fantastic Four, not somebody that we never seen their ability to shoot, want some of their ability to act. But like I said, it could be of any other films. You know what I'm saying? It could be any other films. I mean, the guy been in the game for a while. It could be any other films that's starting off with. But Fantastic Four is a heavy stigma on that. Everybody is going to the film. Everybody going to go to that theater to enjoy it, but be very judgmental of that film. And MCU, this right here can put you on a whole nother level if you do this Fantastic Four movie right. You have to do it right. Because if you don't do this movie right, people is going to hate, people going to dislike, people going to be mad with the Fantastic Four movie series. They probably won't even go if check this out. If MCU don't get the Fantastic Four movie right, if they don't get it right, you don't need them. You shouldn't even make any theatrical movie about Fantastic Four ever again because people would not go watch it. You will have people go. What I mean by people won't go watch it, you will have some people to go because they like heavy. They're going to go and support the MCU and they want to see it because they're heavy in Fantastic Four films. Those are the type of people which is already highly respected in the Marvel community. Because everybody feel that way. Everybody will go watch something, even though they feel like it's going to be terrible. They will still go watch something to actually watch it because they're a huge fan. Just like Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. A lot of the true fans of Star Wars went and watched the movie, even though they know it sucked, but they went and watched the movie because they are fans of the movie, of the series, or the franchise. So that's the only time you will get that. If you screw this movie up when it come out, that is the type of revenue you will be getting if you screw this movie up, Kevin Feige. So I don't think you should get somebody that we never seen, especially dealing with this movie here, this movie in particular. I won't just put it on some new director with this. I mean, you already tried that. I mean, I knew you were successful back in the day when the first Infinity Saga, with all these new directors, you were successful. And you most likely been successful with these other movies because I know you're going to Black Widow going to be successful, The Eternal going to be successful, Doctor Strange going to be successful. All these stuff y'all coming out with is going to be successful. But Fantastic Four is its own entity in a way because everybody wants to see how MCU going to do it. Is MCU going to get rid of that stigma on Fantastic Four, which I believe that Kevin Feige have the possibility to do, but he actually have to actually get one of his A-lister director that already been shooting, already been doing films in the MCU. Don't get someone that don't know the formula down packed with the MCU, like the guy supposed to be playing Reed Richardson. Don't get him to direct. Get even the Russo brothers, which they've been doing a great job. Of course, they like pretty much the man. Or get Josh Whedon. Josh is back. Josh is back, y'all. He is back. Now, check this out. Josh is back. Now, I think if Josh would have still stayed in MCU, we would have seen Lady Death in the MCU. But check this out. Now they are saying, I just saw like the headline. Now they are saying that Lady Death possibly will be in the next phase. Really? Lady Death should have been in the last phase. But like I say, I'm not going to get too much into that right subject right now, because that's going to be on the Thanos video that I'll be making for you guys. Okay, so I'm about to go ahead and end this live stream right now. Please catch me back on Thursday at 7 a.m. I changed the time. It's not 10 a.m., not 10 p.m. anymore. It's actually 7 p.m. Not 10, 7 p.m. every Thursday live stream. Thank you guys for sticking in there with me. I know sometimes my internet can suck really bad, so thank you guys for actually sticking in there in the chat with me. And also, remember, I'm gonna say it again. Please remember. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Hate when this happens. Okay, so please remember, join our live stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mama Nin, UCU family member will be playing Final Fantasy 7 remake. Okay, so please stay tuned tomorrow at 9 a.m. on this channel, where you can get that replay. I mean remake. And also, thank you guys. Please subscribe to the channel by hitting that little red button down below. And also while you're down there, hit that like up. Please hit that like up, and also hit that share. Please share us out there. And also, please join on our Facebook community group on our Facebook, where we talk about comics. We'll post articles. We talk about who you think would be, let's say, example from between Iron Man and Mega Man. Who will win? Things like that. Or you can just come in and just talk about stuff that you want to discuss. Feel free. That's what the community was created for. For we go in there and have fun and talk about things that we love, which is comics. Also, if you want to talk, you want me to do a video on a comic book or a movie or a TV series dealing with comics, please send that information to our Gmail account, which is finrear777@gmail.com. Okay, and also please donate to our Patreon to help us support our channel. So all donations that you will be giving to our Patreon will be put back into the channel, but we can give more better equipment and before we can start back posting videos up for you guys every single day. Okay, and also if you don't want to go to the Patreon, you don't want to be a Patreon, also you can also go to our PayPal and donate there. Like I said, all the donation doesn't matter. It's PayPal or Patreon. All of us would be put back into the channel. Yes, indeed. Because I love doing these. I love doing this. I love doing this for you guys. And I love this bringing some type of happiness to you guys that you can watch the video and say, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about this information. Oh, I know about this information. You're a little late. Whatever floats your boat, right? So, and also, please do that. But I do know the circumstances, what's going on in the world today. Only donate if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just subscribe. But if you don't subscribe, don't worry about that either. It's your right. It's your choice, whatever you do. All I can do, thank you very much for even taking the time to even watch the content that I actually putting out for you guys. That's all that matters to me. Thank you. But so thank you to all joining the fight to take down Hydra. Down with Hydra. that is all for today. UCU family member. See you, heroes and villains, another day. All right? So remember, we all comics.